The University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill is an institution of higher learning where students, professors, and trained professionals tackle complex issues every day. One of the main missions of the university is to advance knowledge through research. The University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill is committed to this mission. The goal of clinical research is to contribute to health improvements and medical treatments for patients in the future. To accomplish this goal, volunteers are needed to participate in research studies. For the next few minutes, this program will discuss what research is, how it is conducted, why research volunteers are important, and what questions volunteers should ask before participating in clinical research studies. Clinical research is the scientific process used to develop new medications, treatments, and procedures. Researchers test the investigational treatments on patients with the condition being studied. Clinical research may involve one of the following: looking for new treatments by testing them on volunteers, interviewing volunteers about their health and their illness, testing specimens of blood or tissue, looking at medical records, or understanding how the healthy body works. Research is different from the care you receive from your doctor for a medical condition. The goal of research is to contribute to health improvements and medical treatments for patients in the future. Most clinical research studies are designed to test the safety and effectiveness of a medication or treatment. This means that the experimental treatments in a research study could be safe or harmful, and that they could work or fail. Finding this out is the reason for doing the research. Potential new treatments are first identified in the laboratory. Next, the experimental treatment is tested in animals. Then the experimental treatment is tested on healthy humans. During this phase, scientists are looking to see if the experimental treatment works or not, and testing to see if the investigational treatment is safe or not. They are also looking to see what type of effects the investigational treatment has on the body. The next step is to test the investigational medication or treatment on volunteers with the illness being studied to see if this new treatment improves their condition or not. Research volunteers help scientists gain information that may improve treatments for patients in the future. If you volunteer, you may help researchers find out more information about how the human body works. Help other people who are sick. Help find safer or better treatments. Help find ways to improve medical care. Remember, you can always say no. You should not decide to be in a research study just because your doctor has told you about it. Saying no won't hurt your relationship with your doctors or affect your health care at UNC Chapel Hill. It is important for you to understand why the researchers are doing the study before you decide to volunteer. Scientific information is gained from research studies. Even if you have the condition that is being tested, no one can know for sure how the research study will affect your medical condition. There also may be some known and unknown risks when participating in a research study. You will find the risks for being in the study in the consent form, or you can ask the researcher. The consent form describes the study in detail. Be sure to read all of the materials carefully. Write down any questions you may have for the research team. The research team will be able to describe for you what is required to participate in the study and how it is different from care you may regularly receive for the treatment of your condition. This is important since it may take extra time to participate in a study, or your study visits may be in a different place from your regular doctor appointments. In addition, the research team may be different from your regular doctor. If you are thinking about being in a research study that involves learning about potential new treatments for a condition, it is important to understand what information is available about the investigational medications or treatments used in the study. When a study refers to investigational medication or treatment, this usually means it has not been approved for use in the condition being studied. Take time to think about your choices before deciding to volunteer to participate in a research study. Bring someone with you to talk about the study when you visit with the research team. You may want to take the consent form home with you to review before you decide to participate in the research study. You may also find it helpful to talk with a trusted advisor, relative, friend, nurse, or doctor. UNC Chapel Hill provides a brochure for research volunteers called Should You Volunteer? A list of questions you may want to ask the research team is included in this brochure. You should know that all research at UNC Chapel Hill and UNC Healthcare is reviewed by a committee of people who have various backgrounds, including some who are scientists and some who are members of the community. This group is called the Institutional Review Board, or the IRB. It works to protect the rights and welfare of all research volunteers. Your role in clinical research is valued as much as it is vital to the institution of the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill's efforts to make our community a healthier place. Volunteers are an essential and important part of clinical research. Today's volunteers will contribute to new treatments for patients of the future.